Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here, Monday the 14th of January. Thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. Remember the site to get free of charge by the adverts here around the screen here, and it's you coming back, using the site, using the adverts, using the information that's on here that keeps it all completely free of charge. Okay, the radar picture picking up on the area of rain, sleet and snow. Well, actually it's snow now. That's over the eastern coast of the country just at the moment down here. This is going to be moving its way slowly westwards, or a little bit further westwards, but also pulling away down to the southeast during the course of tonight. Got some sleety, wintry showers as well, Northern Ireland down to the Midlands and parts of Wales. What's brilliant about this, oh, and also I should say some showers as well affecting northwest Scotland, is if you look at the 500 millibar chart, you see this cold pool here that's up over northern Scotland. This was the chart as of midday today. Watch that area there, watch what happens. Down it comes, look, purple area, you can see it sinking southwards. This is the chart by midnight tonight, and what happens? That purple area runs straight down this front here and it reinvigorates it, and it's that's going to be bringing some more snowfall during the course of tonight. This is where the NAE sees it. This is from weatheronline.co.uk. This is by 6 o'clock in the morning. It's putting most of the snowfall here sort of eastern parts of Yorkshire, going down into Lincolnshire, also over parts of Durham too. Little in East Anglia, sort of 2-3 centimetres there, and generally most of it across some more eastern areas, some over central Scotland as well. Now that kind of pleases me a little bit, because this is the forecast that went out to my clients this morning. This was where I thought snow would be lying by 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's basically stacking up okay. I think this has probably been overdone a little bit. It's probably going to be 5 to 8 centimetres, probably here nearer the sort of 2, might get 5 on the hills, and I think sort of 1 to 3 down here, certainly in the southeast, east of London, north of London, probably going to be seeing something, 2 to 5 centimetres on the hills of Wales. So I was actually quite pleased with that forecast there. That's quite nice to see. Okay, now then, just wanted to show you that the cold air is coming in. As that cold pool goes south, it's going to be dragging in more cold air behind it. This is the 24-hour temperature change chart as of tomorrow evening, and if I just put it forward to 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, you see here the sharp change in temperature. Look, these purples here are 8 degrees down on where they are at the moment, so some really cold air on the way following in behind this system. And as far as temperatures go generally, while the GFS is showing us cold temperatures through the course of this week, still picking up though, look, on this increase in temperatures late on Saturday into Sunday. And you notice here the green bars, which means that there's precipitation around as well, and that precipitation on its leading edge will be falling as snow. But of course we'll keep updated on that throughout the course of the week. I'll show you more about that in just a moment. Also, the Met Office have issued their ensemble model prediction for the coming months, and I'll show you that as well in just a few seconds time. But let's just get onto the detail. This is the area of low pressure that's across the east at the moment. You'll notice that's going to be slipping its way southeastwards through the course of this evening into tomorrow morning. We then get a ridge building in, but the model's picking up quite nicely on this area of wintry showers that just comes onto eastern coasts. Also watch this area of rain out here to the west of Ireland. This is the boundary between the colder air out here to the east, the milder air out here towards the west, and you notice that kind of slipping its way eastwards during the course of the day on Tuesday and into Wednesday. It's piling itself into Ireland, trying to get to western Scotland, trying to get into southwest England, but look, it just can't make it. So what happens? Well, it just dashes off towards the southeast, and the cold air here just maintains itself. So generally dry conditions, but very cold across England and most of Wales during the course of the day, and Scotland of course during the course of the day on Wednesday. And then into Thursday, well, we find cold air around it again. Now, problem for Thursday is probably an increasing risk of some freezing fog patches, particularly through England, Wales, eastern Scotland too. But this front is kind of lying down western parts of the country, bringing cloud, bringing some outbreaks of sleet and also snow. And then into Thursday proper, well, I think we could find some ice problems. This little feature just runs north through the Irish Sea. It may bring some bits and pieces of ice to Wales, perhaps even to Northern Ireland as well as it does so. But for most places it's dry, most places still under the influence, if you follow this back, look, still under the influence of cold air coming in from the continent. And then into Friday, well, get another area of rain coming in from the west. It comes up again against the cold air, this cold air coming in from the east. The boundary between the two is where we could find some snow, so we're thinking parts of Wales, the West Midlands, western parts of Scotland, southwest England, possibly later on Friday. And the milder air comes in behind, turning it to rain. Now a big battle takes place then, because that first system fades. Hear the remnants of it on Saturday night, and then the next system comes in here from the west during Saturday morning, and there we go. Look, that's coming up against the cold air. This one actually manages to break through, but there will be snow and strong winds probably on that leading edge. So this is where we've been advising clients there is a risk of snow lying on Saturday morning. It could be 3 to 8 centimetres for a while. It's probably only going to be lasting for about 5 or 6 hours in places, but it could still put down 3 to 8 centimetres within this zone. Could be more on the hills, and a rapid thaw sets in behind as the milder air tries to get in. But notice this note of caution I've put here: very low confidence in the timing and the amount of the snow. Use it with extreme caution. So don't go putting messages on the site or sending me tweets or emails that say, oh, you said it was going to snow on Saturday, you said absolutely it was going to snow. I've just told you, low confidence both in the timing and in the amount of snow. Expect that to change. It could be that we just get an hour of snow and it sweeps through. So, but it's just a heads up at the moment that there is a risk of some snow on Saturday. This is not Daily Express screaming, oh, this is Arctic weather coming our way, we're all doomed. No, this is just normal winter weather ahead of the milder air coming in. We could well find some outbreaks of sleet and snow. And then we find that milder air sweeping through the country next week, according to the GFS. Takes a time to get into northern Scotland. Not convinced that this is exactly the way it's going to look, but indications are that it just becomes more unsettled with periods of rain passing through the country with a jet stream to the south. But interestingly, look, hints of these low pressures by middle of next week starting to pull their way back south, and that's what I suspect could happen. We could find them pulling away again and us returning to an easterly during the end of next week, bringing cooler to cold conditions back across the country once again. It's kind of where the Canadian has been taking us with these charts, and I'm still favour the Canadian model. The ensemble, this is how that looks as far as temperatures go. Look, it brings temperatures up during the weekend, and then it kind of hovers them around the 4 or 5 degree mark. So we're still on that sort of coolish feel to conditions. So, you know, it's looking like, yeah, we'll get some cold weather in the coming days, wintry spell at the weekend before that milder air comes in, and that milder air perhaps not in for very long before it turns cooler, but I'll keep you updated on that. That's where I think this pattern goes. Now, as I hinted to you a few moments ago, where the Met Office have released their probability forecasts, and I just want to show you what they're doing for Europe. It's said that the Met Office don't issue these long-range forecasts anymore. They do. They just don't interpret them, so it's up to us to interpret, which is absolutely the way that it should be, isn't it? That's the way these things should be. So this was the forecast issued today, and what it shows us is the probabilities of temperatures being above normal during February, March and April. And you see here 20 to 30% chance. Probability of near normal temperatures is in the yellow category, 40 to 60%, and below normal is in the white category. So what they're actually hinting at there is that temperatures are likely to be around normal. There's a 60% probability, 40 to 60% probability of temperatures being around normal during February, March and April. How about further ahead? Well, if we then take a look at March, April and May, things change a little bit. Temperatures above normal, well, less than a 10% chance across Scotland and Ireland, about a 20 to 40% chance across England and Wales. Near normal, generally around 40 to 60 across eastern Scotland, but for most, look, we're in this 20 to 40 category. And then below normal, most of the country, look, covered in yellow, 40 to 60. So it's bringing down temperatures as we go through this period of March, April, May. And then to look a little bit further ahead into the summer, what they're doing here is saying that the chances are, again, look, the most colours are in the below normal category. So we've got this normal to below normal temperatures during that period. Now, I know many of you watching as well are going to be interested in precipitation. So this is how they're looking for precipitation. This is a reminder, this is from the Met Office long range models, and you see that they've got here the equal probability of normal to below normal precipitation, and it's slightly increased probability of above normal precipitation across the far south. Months 3 to 5, which take us through March, April, May, well, their highest probability is of near normal precipitation, and then we go into months 4 to 6, and it's about equal all the way through, apart from just the far south, where we see a risk of below normal precipitation. So what can we read into this? Well, it's difficult to drill down detail into this because, of course, covering a season, it's hard to do. But what I read from this is that we're likely to see, or certainly the model is hinting that during that period, particularly in March, April and May, probably what we're going to find is that the 500 millibar heights generally are getting into the above normal category across the south. I think that's what's going to be bringing the jet stream across the UK, and it looks as if we could find conditions just going into slightly cooler. But it's just interesting these forecasts are there, and to get a steer for where they're going with things. Could go into it in more detail, but I've got to stop because I need to have a bit of a sit down. It's been a long day and a long few days. Just about everybody here is shattered and needs a bit of rest. So I'm going to leave you with that for now. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget the sites get free of charge by the adverts you see around the screen, by you coming back, using the adverts, using the site. That's what keeps us free of charge. So thank you for doing that, and thanks for watching, and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.